and this is Sea Life. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to put my apron on here very shortly, and we're going to start cooking ground beef spinach Alfredo lasagna, and I'm going to make some additions to it because I decided I'd like to have some vegetables in mine, a little more vegetables in mine. Actually, I'm probably going to be doing it more the way that they would say. But then I'm going to make another one, of course, for my people that don't really like vegetables. So let's get started. I had gotten a pretty good deal on this ground beef at my little shop, and so I'm going to be using quite a bit of it. I'm going to get started by frying up my meat, and I'm going to add a good amount of garlic to it, of course. If you've watched me, you know this is how I do things. I love minced garlic. So I'm going to add a bunch of this minced garlic. Of course, I'm making a big batch. It looks like I almost don't have enough minced garlic for me. But anyway, yeah, here it goes, minced garlic. And I'm putting in a pretty size, see, I put in 4 tablespoons, 5 tablespoons. Okay. I'm putting 6 tablespoons since I'm doing about 3 pounds of meat. Oh, okay. So that should be good. And I'm going to go ahead on and get something to stir this with. It looks like I've got a little bit of a mess over here. And we're just going to let that boil. I'm just going to put the lid on that. Turn it down some. That's it. To make this Alfredo sauce, what we're going to do is take a stick of butter, and that's because I'm doubling the recipe. So I want to take and double this with a stick of butter.
Okay, there she goes again. She's adding more garlic.
You guessed it, more garlic. Garlic. I'm getting that butter to melt over there, so it's starting to look good. I don't know if Dana can get in there and show you how it's melting. And we're going to tackle the draining of this meat here pretty soon. I'm just going to...
Evaporating, huh?
Yeah, and then we're going to go ahead and start adding the cream very soon. Okay, I'm going to slowly just start adding the cream, the evaporated milk, which I hope works for the cream. It did say heavy whipping cream. So I'm going to add a cup of Parmesan cheese, and this says 8 ounces. So, you should add and then it says whisk thoroughly, whisk. So, here we go. Now this is the first time I have attempted to make my Alfredo sauce from scratch. So, I don't know how many of you are out there that maybe this is your first time too. But I like to show my first experiences. And I'm going to experiment with cooking with my essential oils today. And I'm using parsley, and it actually has the white label. It's actually for using in food, this essential oil. So I'm going to just put 2 drops of parsley oil in there, because the recipe has said to go ahead and... Ooh, 1/3 drop, a little third drop slip through, but that won't be anything big. It said to go ahead and put parsley in there. Well, rather than try and buy fresh herbs at a tiny little store, I'd rather just use my essential oils. I'm going to give me a taste of this to just be sure that it's exactly what I want. Oh yeah, that's really good. That's going to be perfect. Recipes here. I'm just going to use this easy bake lasagna recipe on the back of this noodle box, this lasagna noodle box. And it says to put a tub of cottage cheese in, and of course I should have gotten 2 tubs, but I didn't have it. So I did have a little bit of ricotta cheese, so I went ahead and put that together with it. And it says 2 eggs, so I'll put that 2 eggs together with it. My cottage cheese, a little bit of ricotta, 2 eggs in here. And I think that little bit of ricotta might have been about a 1/2 cup. Now we're just going to add 2 cups of cheese. Here we go. Now don't mind my rooster out there. He's used to getting scraps out the back door. So he's quite the ham bone. But there it is, and that's kind of what your cheese mixture looks like. Now we're going to start putting the noodles in, which I think you may need some oil. And don't say no oil, but I got news for you. Yep, it says spray. Yep. You know what? I think I need a paper towel. Rooster. Mr. Rooster.
See, I like to use olive oil in a spray bottle because
We just like olive oil.
we rather have nothing but the oil, not all that other chemicals to make it propel out the aerosol can.
Oh, there we go.
So.
So we got our oil. Now then we're just going to start layering beef, cheese, and noodles. And on one side, I am putting the vegetables. And for the vegetables, I'm using Rotel because I love spicy. So it's got diced tomatoes and green chili. These are no
Boil.
These are no boil noodles. No boil noodles. I have to just break one off at the end as well. You can kind of layer together if you need to. Then just gotta put some meat down. On this side. On this one is just going to be the cheese and the meat basically, and the other one is going to have a little bit of Rotel in it. Well, apparently we didn't make our shopping list good enough, and so we don't have enough noodles to make 2 lasagnas like we thought we did. So we're just going to do the 1 lasagna, and it'll be extra beefy.
Are we going to put any cheese on this one?
And we're going to put cheese, yes, on the next layer. Is a good idea, is cheese. Cheese in there. Anyway. You never know how things are going to work out. Sometimes you don't get everything at the store that you thought you were getting. Other times, you know, you just have too many helpers helping out and just don't get the whole list together. Luckily, I have an idea. Let's use chips. So I'm going to do the chips. I'm going to put the meat mixture, or the cheese mixture, and then the meat mixture. I'm just going to put them together and throw some more chips on top. And look at that. Voila. We have solved our not quite had enough noodles situation. And I'll bet my kids will love this. And I'm going to put my rotel on my one that I wanted to have so much with I wanted to have the vegetables on. And put the rotel kind of on top. And then we're going to put the Alfredo sauce. I'm going to put about half of this Alfredo sauce. Ooh, it's kind of saucy. Over this. And we're going to go ahead and put it in the oven. This was a wild day. We had a lot of house cleaning to do and everything else, and so this is going to be our Friday night family dinner meal dish. And we kind of got rushed through the store and we had fun. In our shopping too. Okay. This in this oven. Yeah. I don't like to preheat my ovens because of my glassware and my stones, so I like to go ahead and just put it on convect. Turn back. 3, 7. Stir. I made a little mess, so I'm going to help my rag. Okay. I'll put a little more mozzarella on the top of this, and I'm just going to spoon in the Alfredo sauce over the top of it. And I may put a few more chips. I don't know. Nah, I don't think so. I think I'll just leave it like this. Now be careful, that was just on low, that pan. And I do cook with cast iron, so it holds heat. So here we go, in it goes. So we've got all this in here. 375. And that'll be cooking for, that's going to be cooking for an hour. So timer 60. Start. And we're on the making. We're on the go. We're doing this thing. Eggplant in this too because I had it from the garden, so I'm just gonna, I had chopped it up in little, I had diced it and I had kosher salted it, and I'm just squeezing out the excess water from my eggplant chunks and throwing them in. And I'm going to put some more mozzarella over the top of this, I do believe. I'm going to cover it with mozzarella, put it in the oven for an hour, and see what happens. And we'll just see what happens. Thank y'all for watching. I so appreciate all of you and everything that all the support you've given to the channel. I so appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Give a shout out to Bumpy.
Yep. And we give a shout out to Bumpy Road Brewery, and who has a beautiful channel, and Growing Little Country Homestead, who has an amazing little channel as well. His kids are so cute, y'all got to see. And he has beautiful chickens, and he knows so much about chickens. I love to watch him.